Hey, Tyler,
Yes.
explain this right here, the public interface about the burger policy.
This right here.
Yeah, with the list burger find off.
Yeah. So if without this override, it's going to return an iterable. So which is what we don't want. We want the actual list of burgers. So to override what this returns, we just basically change or specify what we want the return value to be. So if I take this out, it's going to return how do I disclaim iterable? It's almost like an object, right? It's like something that we would need to extract further to get our list. So to shorten that process, we just say instead of returning an iterable, return the list of burgers. And that by default it returns something we don't want, so we just need to do that override.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So now back to the assignment. Burger, where are you? Okay, so let's do the create first. So we want to be able to add a burger. So we want our index page or our root to look like this, right? So in index.jsp, we want to put this form in here. So let's go do that now. So index.jsp, let's say h2, add a burger. And how do I make my form? Form. Just form?
Form.
Enter.
Form. That will give us all of the additional power that we have by using JSP, right? So we want to set the action to be the route that's going to handle our burgers, right? The method is going to be post. And then the model attribute is going to be, this is going to be the empty burger that gets sent down to this form that we can basically fill out and send a full burger back. So this is just going to be burger. Okay. So if I go back to localhost 8080 and refresh, something crashed. Let's restart. Oh, it's crashing. What did I do? What did I forget? I wish I did this on purpose. I didn't. Can I zoom in?
Getters and setters. Did you get that?
Oh, getters and setters is good. Shift O. Oh, that was way too big. Close. Application failed to start. Consider defining a bean of type tyler.burgers.services.burgerService in your configuration. Where is my error?
Let's go to your config file.
To where?
Your configuration file.
Configuration. Okay. Everything's good here.
Did you do dependencies and all?
Dependencies, what do you mean?
If you copy,
Uh,
we didn't pay attention in the beginning.
so dependency should be okay. Look for a keyword in here. There's a word that appears twice that tells me where my error is. Look at the error.
Burger services, burger.
Service. Something's wrong with my service. Everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of dwelling on this because you're all going to see this error. Well, not Stephanie, but everybody else is going to see this error because you forgot something, just like I did. Okay, so let's go to our service. What did I forget? How does Spring know that this is a service? Right now, it's just a burger. It's a class called burger service. That's not enough.
You have to annotate.
Yeah. We need to say that this is a service. Okay. Now it should start. Should being the operative word. Let's give it a try. There we go. So now it's running. So this is very important, right? We have to annotate. We have to add the annotation. I wish I did this on purpose, but I really forgot. Okay, so now let's go back to
Still worked out.
browser. There we go. Now we want to add a burger. Expected this to crash. Why isn't it crashing? Let's try it. Okay, so how do let's finish my form. Maybe that'll crash it. What else do I need in here? So I'm definitely going to need an input type of submit. How do I set up my fields?
Labels and inputs.
Yeah. So it's form, label, and what is the attribute that we use to say what this field belongs to?
Name.
Not name. Path. Right. So the path equals, and this path corresponds to whatever properties of my burger I have, right? So if I go to my model, my burger has a name, a restaurant, a rating, and notes. So these are my paths. Okay, so the path corresponds to whatever we're creating, updating, whatever it is. Okay. So my path is going to be name, restaurant, rating, and notes. So let's make the name one first. So that will create the label. Actually, I have to fill it out here. I'm going to make it lowercase just to make it easy. And then if I want to display errors, I need form : errors. I can tell what the path is. And this could be self-closing, I think. And then finally, we need a form input. And give it a path of name. Okay, try that out. That's what I'm expecting to happen. Okay. Neither binding result nor plaintext object being named burger available as request attribute. It's crystal clear, right? We know exactly what's going wrong. That's sarcasm. So we're missing a burger. This burger that's saying not available is this, right? So when we use the form, we got to send it an empty burger to use. Okay, so when we create this route, or the route that renders this form, we have to pass it an empty burger in order for this form to display. Okay, so in our controller, we need to use the data binding, right? So we need at model attribute, parentheses, and then what we put in quotes here corresponds to burger, right? So whatever we have as our model attribute on our form, that's what we're going to pass in as an argument to this annotation. So burger. And this burger that we're passing down is a burger. And we're going to call the variable burger. B-U-R-G. Burger, right? Yeah. Oh, I got it doesn't know what a burger is, so I have to import that. Imports the burger from my model. Okay, so now if I go back, we're able to add our name. So let's finish out our form. So it's name, restaurant, rating, notes, right? Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
Restaurant, rating, notes. Oh, one more, right? Wait, what'd I do? Hold on.
Notes.
I messed it up. We have the input, input, input. Okay, there we go. I'm off by one. Of course, already.
It's on top.
That's right, right? Oh, top one too. Thank you. Name. Name, restaurant, rating, and notes. There we go. All right, so now if I go to my form, name is Big Mac, restaurant, rating, a 1 at best, notes. I think I've done this before. Okay, burger, because I don't want McDonald's to get mad at me. What did I forget?
Use.
What did I forget?
Did we add the logic to handle the form yet?
We have not. We have not. So we've got our, what did I do here? Get mapping. So we have the, this is our create, right? So we need one to render our form and another one to handle the form data. So it's going to be post mapping.
Do we need one to render the form?
I'm sorry?
Do we need one to render the form?
Yeah.
We just, oh, okay, that's the index one. Never mind.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So burgers will handle public string create burger. Oops. And it's going to return redirect to the root. Okay, so we have on our form, we're passing it an empty burger here. When we get it back, we want to retrieve that same empty burger. So I'm going to copy this, paste it. Oops. And then what do I do with that burger? How do I get it into my database once it gets here? Who does the controller talk to?
Model.
The model, right, via the service though, right? So we need to,
Getters.
so burger service dot create burger, and we want to pass in the burger that we get back from the form. Okay, so this doesn't exist. So if I hover over it, it should make it for me. And it does. So now if I go to my burger service, there's my create burger. And then who does the service talk to?
Model.
Right, via the repository though, right? So the burger uses the burger repository, I'm sorry, the service uses the burger repository. So we say burger repository dot, and this is where we get all the functionality from the ORM. So whatever we want to do, if you forget what it is, we can scroll through and save is what we want. So we want to save the burger that gets passed in. So I'm going to select that and we're going to pass down the burger. Okay. Questions? Okay, let's see if it works. Big Mac restaurant rating. It's not that bad. I'll give it a 3. And then whatever. All right. Think it worked? So far, looks kind of promising. Cool. I got my Big Mac. Questions?